What's up, everybody? It's your main man Bennett back here and again, as I say, and welcome to another video. Today we're predicting the week 4 of the NFL season and taking a look back at last week real quick, taking a look at this week real quick, and let's do it, baby! Yeah! Okay, so as you can see, I'm not in my normal beautiful studio setup in my living room. I'm in North Lake Tahoe. So this video comes to you remotely, but blah, blah, blah. So we'll move right along. Last week I fell down a little bit. My picks, I went 10, 5, and 1. I got 10 correct picks, which is great. Claps for me, claps for me. I got 10 correct. I got 5 wrong. 5 wrong, and there was 1 tie. So now I have a tie column because I didn't call it a tie, but I'm not going to give myself a loss on that. So that puts my overall record to 32, 15, and 1. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know what I was really expecting. I should have made like a prediction on my predictions, but what are you going to do? I called the upset of the week was going to be Green Bay going on the road to face the Saints, and Green Bay got the victory. So my upset record is currently 2-1. 2-1. So obviously you can check out in the description below all of my picks for this week if you'd like to skip ahead just to figure it all out so you can go talk to your bookies and make all the right bets. But we'll get right into these matchups, man. We got the Denver Broncos going up to the New York Jets. This is the battle of the 0-3 teams. Thursday night football, and I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one, although I don't have any real confidence in either team. I think that they are two of the worst teams in the NFL, but I do think that the Broncos are going to get the win by a little bit. Moving on, we have the New Orleans Saints at the Detroit Lions. That's right. And I'm going the Saints all day, baby. I don't like the Lions. I think the Lions are splashy. We got some splashy tools, some splashy pieces. Matt Stafford can throw that ball sometimes. But, you know, this is really the Saints game to lose. They're a road favorite, and I see them bouncing back, but going to 2-2 after beating the Lions this week. We move along to the next matchup. It's the Los Angeles Chargers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I am definitely taking the Buccaneers on this one. Tommy Terrific is looking really good. He's improving over time. They're going to get Gronk involved more. Although Chris Godwin will be out for this game and foreseeably maybe the next couple of games, I'm still taking the Bucs here. The Chargers just aren't good. The Chargers barely figure out what to do week to week, and I think that this will be no different. I think the Bucs are just going to win. They're home favorite. Going with the Pirates. So next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Cincinnati Bengals. Nobody really likes these teams terribly much. Apologies to the Jags fans and the Bengals fans, all 10 of you. But I'm going to give it to the Bengals. You know, Joey Burrow is coming on strong. You go 0-2, and then you get a tie. Well, a tie is like you're improving, you know, and it was against Philly, who's not very good. But I'm going to take the Bengals on this one. I think Joe Burrow gets the first win of his career. He's at home against a not-so-good team. I think the writing's on the wall for the Bengals to figure this one out. If they can't get a victory here, then I don't know. I don't know if I'll be picking them ever again for the rest of the year. We'll see. We'll see. The next matchup on this list is the Minnesota Vikings at the Houston Texans. And oh my God, these teams are 0-3. They're both 0-3. These teams were in the playoffs, right? Weren't they both these teams were just in the playoffs? Kirk Cousins is a $100 million man. Deshaun Watson, maybe like a $300 million man. They got 6 losses between them. And after this week, they're going to have 7 because someone's going to lose. Watching Minnesota play is really sad. I don't know what it is. It's just poor execution. It's like every time he can, Kirk Cousins can throw behind his receivers, he tends to, Oreo overthrows him. I don't know. And Dalvin Cook, he has some plays here, plays there, but then it's like he disappears. Where is he? You know, I would just give him the rock maybe every single play until they stack the box and go yard with Adam Thielen, but I guess that's too complicated. So I'm going to go with the Texans on this one, just because they're at home for the most part. I see David Johnson having a big game against the Vikings. The Vikings just aren't threatening anybody, and when the Vikings start off 0-4, they're going to, you know, all the clamoring is going to start about the coach, about Kirk Cousins, about everything. So vis-a-vis, same as opposite. If Houston loses, then everyone's going to be like, Deshaun, what? So we move on to my favorite game of the week. That's right. You already know. Bang over here. It's Seahawk football, baby. The Seattle Seahawks go on the road. They go away to the Miami Dolphins. That is right. The Miami Dolphins do have a win, which is something the Vikings and the Texans do not. As funny as that is. Chris Carson will not be playing this game, to my understanding, and that's too bad. Love Chris Carson, love the way he runs and how he impacts the offense. But we got Carlos Hyde and DJ Dallas and Travis Homer, who saw playoff experience. So I'm not worried, not in the least. We got DK Metcalf, who should have got 2 touchdowns last week. We got Russell Wilson, who set the NFL record, baby. Yeah, hear it for our MVP, Russell. Love it. Love it. After 3 weeks, no quarterback in the history of football has ever thrown more touchdown passes. He's at 14 touchdown passes. He threw for 4, then 5, then 5. That's some quick math. Miami, everyone's going to be like, oh, he's probably going to throw 6, maybe 7. I don't see that. I see a solid 3-burger because they're going to be ahead of the Dolphins and they're just going to run the ball. All the other teams that Seattle's played so far this year, like Atlanta, Dallas, they throw the ball, they light it up. Even Cam Newton was throwing it good to Edelman. So now we have the Dolphins. Where do the Dolphins rank compared to those teams? So, obviously, Seahawks are heavily favored. Road dog. They had a great road record last year. I'm not going to spend any more time going with Seahawks, baby, yeah. Probably picking them every week all year. We'll see. So, next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Tennessee Titans. Now, these are the battle of 2 3-0 teams. Really excited about this game. There is some talk because of the COVID protocol. This game might be postponed. I don't know exactly what that means. As of Wednesday, early Wednesday, it's sounding like they will move the game from Sunday to Monday, and then that'll magically just, make the COVID go away. So here's hoping for that. I'm going to say that because of the COVID, because of the road trip the Steelers are taking, I'm going to go with the Titans. They still got Derrick Henry, King Henry. We bow to you, sir. And the Steelers' defense is for real. I think they're a top 3, definitely a top 5 defense. But when you have a great defense against a great run game can help nullify how good a good defense is. So opens up the play action pass, so on and so forth. I think Tennessee's just got what they need to get the victory here. I do think it'll be close, but I see the Titans again in the W. We move on to the Cleveland Browns at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not even going to waste any of your time with this one. We're going with the Cowboys, and it's not even close. I look at these teams. The Browns are still the Browns. I said it. Meant it. Stole my almost credit. Dallas Cowboys getting the win. Mark my words. Arizona Cardinals at Carolina Panthers. That's the next matchup. Cardinals at Panthers. I've been picking the Cardinals basically every week this year. They let me down last week in a close game. But I'm going to go with the Cardinals again as the road favorite here. Kyler Murray all day. He's really fun to watch. There's only maybe 2 or 3 offenses in all of football that are really fun to watch. Maybe 4. I'd give it to KC and Baltimore for sure. Their offenses are fun to watch. Seattle is fun to watch. And Arizona is getting into that area. I mean, we need to see it for a longer stretch, but going with the Cardinals to improve to 3-1. Okay, moving on to the next matchup, we have the Indianapolis Colts at the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. We have ourselves an Upset alert, upset alert. That's right, bring up the upset alert indeed, because I'm calling for the Bears to win this game. I still don't like the Colts, and I have a lot of trepidation saying this. The Colts are a favored road team, but unfortunately for them, they're going up against Super Bowl champion Nick Foles. That is right. They made the switch from Trubisky to Foles in the late mid third quarter of last week. The team was down by multiple touchdowns, at least 2, maybe 3. He came back and scored 3 touchdowns in a row. So give it to him. Give the man the job. Give him his kudos to Nicky Foles. And I see the Bears beating the Colts at home here and improving to 4-0. The Bears 4-0? People can't deal with that. So that's what I'm calling for. Upset of the week. Okay. Next we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Washington football team. And I want to give more respect to the Washington football team. They play with a lot of grit. It sounds like Chase Young is a huge impactful player, and that was a great selection. Unfortunately, he probably ain't going to play in this game. And Baltimore just lost, which they hate doing. It's a big deal to lose to the Ravens, and they very rarely, going back years and years, lose back-to-back games. If they lose this game, that'd be the craziest upset of them all so far this season. I don't see it happening. I see Baltimore answering the call. You know, they had a close game against Super Bowl champs. So what do? You come back and you pound Washington down, and that you improve to 3-1. That's what I'm calling for. Ravens get the win. We move on to the New York Giants at the LA Rams. Okay, LA Fitness in full effect. The Rams are getting the win here. Giants are going to go to 0-4, but no one is surprised by this. They are favored by like 13 points. So the people in Vegas know this is the Rams game to lose. 13 is a lot. I think it could be a little closer than that, but I still see the Rams getting the win here. Next, we have the New England Patriots at the Kansas City Chiefs. Love this game. Love this game. I love watching the Patriots play without Tom Brady. I like watching them with Tom Brady. I think the Patriots are just great. They're great for football. It'll be a tragedy when Bill retires. But until then, KC is just too dangerous. They're the best. They're the creme de la creme. And although the Pats are solid, Cam is solid, Edelman is solid, a lot of solids there. The Chiefs cook with real butter, and you can't stop them. I'm going to pick the Chiefs to get the win. Next, we have the Buffalo Bills at the Las Vegas Raiders. Tight call here. The Bills are a road favorite, and this was heavily considered as being my upset of the week. I'm not going to, I'd love to keep the thing down there. Raiders and Colts, very underrated teams. I think the Bears will beat the Colts. That's my upset. But I do think that the Raiders at home against the Bills, these teams are like right here. It's neck and neck. Neck and neck. And Josh Allen, though, I think he's the X factor here. I think you can't account for him. He's too good. And although I love Darren Waller and I love Josh Jacobs, and even Derek Carr is showing some really good stuff. They never play any highlights. They don't want to show his highlights, but he's got them. I'm going with the Bills here. I'm a Bills lover, and they haven't let me down all year. We're going with the Bills. Next, we have the Philadelphia Eagle team at the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Carson Wentz is trash. We all know this. And the Niners have been decimated by injuries. Eagles are 0-2-1. 2 losses and a tie. And 49ers are 2-1. 2 wins and a loss. I'm going to go with the 49ers here simply because they're at home. I think they might be getting Raheem Mostert back, and he is a great addition to their team, especially their run game will need it if Nick Mullins is quarterbacking and no Jimmy Garoppolo. So, going with the Niners. And then the Monday Night Football game, we came all the way here. That's right, we have the Atlanta Falcons at at the Green Bay Packers. And once again, Aaron Rodgers gets my vote. Go Pack Go. I've been rooting for them all year. Not really rooting for them, but I've been picking them to win their games, and they haven't let me down. So I'm going to keep that tradition alive. It's prime time. They're at home. The Falcons are going to go yard. They're just going to keep chucking a Hail Mary from the first quarter on, just chucking it up, just chucking it up. And I just don't think it's going to matter. I think the Packers are a very balanced team. I think they might be getting Devontae Adams back. And what else do they need? Going with the Packers on this one. And that's it, folks. That's all my picks for this week. Hopefully I do well. I mean, I want to get back to that week 2 situation, getting 14 of my picks right. God, I want to get that every week. But thanks for tuning in today. If you think some of these predictions are messed up or garbage, let me know in the comments section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's tons of new content coming online in the next couple weeks. So, thanks again. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, that's right. Go hard.